Welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk. And if you've never been here before, welcome.
Welcome.
There she is.
That was my cue, I guess.
Anywho, today's episode's about Sony,
and our hearts and homies.
It's weird. This was a very on-the-fly type of episode.
Yeah, it's okay. We love Sony.
On the sense of...
Except for when they do things that are suspicious.
Yes, like it's facing a $7.9 billion mass lawsuit over PlayStation Store prices in London. Well, I should say the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But the case is out of London, and Sony must face a mass lawsuit worth up to £6.3 billion, $7.9 billion over claims PlayStation maker abused its dominant position, leading to unfair prices for customers. A London tribunal ruled on Tuesday. So this case opened in 2022, for reference.
Mm-hmm.
Sony Interactive Entertainment was sued last year on behalf of 9 million people in the United Kingdom who have bought digital games or add-on content through Sony's PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
Alex, a consumer advocate who had worked on previous campaigns, is bringing the case against Sony, which is valued up to £5 billion, $6.23 billion plus interest. Her lawyers said the aggregate damages estimated case was up to £6.3 billion in court filings last month, so in October. He says the company abused its dominant position by requiring digital games and add-ons to be brought and sold only via the PlayStation Store, which charges a 30% commission to developers and publishers. It goes on to say, the claim alleges customers have therefore paid higher prices for games and add-on content than they would have done. I think they're forgetting the word normally. Sony lawyers argued the case was flawed from start to finish and said it should be thrown out. The Competition Appeal Tribunal ruled that Neill's case could continue, though it said people who had made PlayStation Store purchases after the case was filed in 2022 should be removed from the proposed claimant class. Neill said in a statement on Tuesday, ruling was the first step in ensuring customers get back what they are owed. Sony did not immediately respond to requests for comment. £1 currently equals 0.825 pound.
You meant $1?
I'm sorry, yes, $1. Yes, equals 80 cent pound. They just put it at the bottom of the thing so because they keep referencing to pound, but then they're also giving.
Honestly, $7.9 billion is a lot of money. I think that's the type of money the SEC should be slapping on these companies that keep infringing on fines. But anyway, talking about Sony.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's saying so. From what I just read, it's saying that it's $6.23 billion, but plus interest, which is pushing it over to up to $7.9 billion throughout 9 million people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting that Sony is even saying the fact that if you take out some of the claims post-claim of the original lawsuit had been filed in 2022,
mm-hmm.
that it didn't say this, but from what I'm getting from it is that they'll probably play ball. I mean, there's no way in hell Sony's giving $7 billion. I mean,
7, 8, pretty much 8.
Company's free float market cap is $107.77 billion. So that's probably somewhere around, I don't know, 8% of the entire company's market cap from one lawsuit. But I was looking at the stock too, and the stock doesn't really seem to be negatively affected by it at all. actually, it just had its 50, well, not just, but it had its 52-week high about 5 months ago. Let's see, this was, no, sorry, June 13th. And then, yeah, since then, it's pretty much just been trading between 79 to $89 for the last 6 months. It's just been doing $10. But yeah, since this came out again, I mean, like I said,
it's just another antitrust type of lawsuit, except in the
yeah,
UK this time.
Kind of, well, I mean, yeah, it's just basically them just being like, Sony's using its market share and its size to push people getting more money.
To bully people, essentially.
Yeah, up to 30% more than they would have normally had, just by being like, hey, you can't go buy this anywhere else. It's here. It's like kind of creating its own little Sony monopoly, I guess. But I mean, hey, want to buy a PlayStation? What do you expect?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like crying, oh, well, I got an Xbox, and now they're making me buy things from the Microsoft store. Well, don't buy a video game console, and don't buy video games. Then I don't know what to tell you.
Well, honestly, I don't really know much about the finances in the gaming space and like its specifics, but 30% commission does seem a little high. Yeah, nice. I mean, you can only buy this on the Sony platform. Okay, so you got your publisher or developer that got your project put on the Sony platform, and then additionally you have to pay 30%. And I feel like 30% is a little high. It feels I think Shark Tank scammy, but
I think it's a little high too. But I mean, I don't think it's worth $7 billion worth of lawsuit. Expensive. Like, I don't know. I think it's a little crazy. It kind of reminds. It's kind of like when people sue McDonald's because it makes them fat.
It's like you didn't have. Are you saying because you didn't have to buy McDonald's?
You don't have to buy a PlayStation, and you don't have to buy McDonald's.
I guess that's fair.
I mean, I understand maybe if they're abusing their power, it's a little bit more expensive, 30%. Okay, maybe drop the percentage. Give people a little payout. All right, cool. Everybody gets $100 and $50 in the Sony store, and we'll lower it to, I don't know, 20%. You feel better now?
You think they'll do that? I don't think they'll do that.
I mean, it's better than giving away $7 billion, which I don't think it's going to happen in a million years because Sony probably has very good lawyers. This is a class action lawsuit. I think a judge. I mean, I'm not
maybe they shoot high to fall like mid-range for a settlement. Maybe that's pretty much what you're getting at.
Exactly. I don't study law, but I don't see a judge being like, oh wow, 30%. All right, guys, 7.3 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of shitty that Sony's doing it to people, but at the same time, it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's like the price of doing business. You buy a PlayStation, you pay Sony's prices. You don't want to pay Sony's prices? Well, that's unfortunate. Go out and get a Wii. Go out and get an Xbox. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a gamer, and and I don't study law. So there's so much I can say about this, but these are just my opinions of, okay, is it shitty that Sony's doing it? Okay, yeah, maybe it's a little steep, but like I said, I don't know. I think it's a little crazy. $7.3 billion class action lawsuit for a 30% fee. I mean, 30% is a little steep. I could see, I don't know, maybe Sony drops a little bit and gives people a little bit of, here's the money, here's $100 in a free game, everyone.
Oh.
We'll drop it 10%. You feel better? I don't know. It's an interesting article, and I didn't hear about this in 2022, but that's when it was just filed. And I don't know, it doesn't say when in 2022, but either way, we're almost in 2024 and nothing has happened. So
yeah. And these kind of litigations can take a long time. So even if nothing has happened yet, it's probably still being worked out.
Yeah, it is a class action lawsuit. I mean, especially, it's $7.9 billion. So.
Oh my gosh. I looked up some random facts about Sony. Okay, so this article, it's titled Seven Interesting Sony Statistics Fact Checked for 2023. And I guess this was last updated on March 30th, 2023. But it just some highlights. It says Sony has been in the market for 77 years. But this is what tickles me. The very first Sony product was a rice cooker and it flopped. So
No, really?
Sony rice cooker. Yeah. That's funny. I like to cook rice in a pot because it prevents me from making too much rice, which I love rice.
A good story, actually, about a Japanese company is Honda. I forget the YouTube channel that did it, but it's like the story of Honda, and it's a very interesting story about how the actual guy, Honda, started Honda and like everything he did, and how hard he had to work, and it's crazy. But of course, my iPad, it's going to be slow now that I want to use it.
Of course.
Well,
Didn't we have a conversation about your iPad in the last Apple video?
If I was by myself in the kitchen drinking coffee, it would be like, oh, boom, 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 boom. But it's like, oh, you want to do something involving, looking something up on I was going to say on a live stream, but on a, stream. Here we go. Big company is oh no, wait, I'm sorry. Not big company. Magnate Media. Magnates Media. A very, very good channel if you're interested into like the stories and backstories of from like very rich moguls, people like the actual JP Morgan or the actual Morgan Stanley to
Oh yeah, we should check out some of their videos and do like a review or something, because I really enjoy watching those too.
Yeah, they have, like I said, the backstory of Domino's, Burger King, Pepsi, so many, Hershey. I'm looking at it right now. Hershey's, Facebook.
Yeah, but you were talking about Honda.
Yeah, Honda was a very good episode. Yeah, like I said, and then there's a ton of other ones. Legos was also a very good episode. Yeah, Legos, and then Honda was very good. And Burger King was interesting to find out that how Burger King kind of started.
Yeah, but are we talking about Magnets Media, or are you about to tell us something about Honda? Because we do have limited time on Zoom.
Magnate Media Honda episode. Check it out. 1.2 million subscribers. It's already a very successful YouTube channel. But yeah, Magnates Media, if you like backstories. Yeah, maybe we can do like reactions of the backstory.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did you have something you wanted to say about Honda? Because you brought it up. I wasn't sure if you were like, speaking of Japanese, companies.
It was like an interesting how Sony started like as a rice cooker, and now
they also started as a rice cooker?
No. It's just they have a very interesting start of how the company became, and I was like, oh, it's a similar, well, not similar, but they're both Japanese and they both started around the same time, and they both have very interesting beginnings. But
okay, yeah, we'll definitely
check that out. That. So yeah, just reminding you of that episode from that channel. But anywho, that's Sony. Good Sony. Luck getting good luck. I mean, I guess this is also this class action lawsuit is not like worldwide. It is for the UK, just to clarify that.
Yeah.
But yeah, good luck getting $7.9 billion from a judge in the UK.
I know, right?
Too much money on video games.
How much did you say its market cap was?
Sony's free float market cap is $107.77 billion. Okay. So, I mean, even if you took that from the market cap, it's still a $99 billion market cap, but obviously they just don't have that cash just sitting around.
Right.
Unless you're like Apple or something. But anywho, yeah, that's that. I didn't ever expect that we were going to cover Sony.
But it was an interesting article just to cover.
Yeah, maybe we should again, because I want to eventually, not to cover that, but just to do episode of, would be interesting to do Nintendo, and then maybe
I definitely want to do a Nintendo episode.
And then I'm thinking we can maybe go back to Sony that has nothing to do with this lawsuit, and we can just do a Sony episode.
Maybe.
And then I was thinking we can do a couple of Microsoft's, because Microsoft's chip that's going to compete with NVIDIA, Microsoft in general, and then maybe if we want to keep a little theme of video game systems, we can talk about like Xbox and Microsoft.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in. As always, we enjoyed you, and we hope that you enjoyed us. And stay classy, stay sassy, and awesome. I don't know. It sounded nice to say that.
It rhymed. Anywho, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your time. Happy holidays. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay classy. Get that bag. Get that paper. No, I'm just kidding.
Stay knowledgeable. Chase knowledge. Pursuit of knowledge and
Please.
informity and all the other words I'm probably making up. So,
anywho, please like, share, and subscribe, and take our tiny team of the channel into maybe a very medium-sized one day. But anyways, take care, and signing out. We'll see you. Peace. Welcome back to another episode of Matlock. I'm your host, Charisse Williams, and this is my co-host, Todd Phillips.
I really like the name Charisse.
You should adopt and name it her Charisse.
Maybe one day I'll adopt. You want to start the episode?
What episode?
What are we doing here?
I thought this is just how we talk.
Yeah, this is kind of how we talk. It's unfortunate that people are subjected to this.
Welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk.
Welcome.
Sorry, we're always going over each other.
I know, sorry. Okay, wait. Should we just restart it?
2, 1.